Yeah, good afternoon. It's not good morning. I know that. A quickie morning Ching slash afternoon Ching. I had last night. I was just like cruising the channels for some form of fucked up entertainment, something to, keep the voices quiet in my fucking head. You know what I mean? So I'm dancing around, and I put the hit of all channels, the fucking History Channel. It's got I see all I see is like L.A. wives, you know what I mean? So I'm like, all right, it's like one of those housewives of L.A. obviously, but yeah, maybe you check out a decent looking skirt or something. I'm a dude, you know what I mean? So all of a sudden this fucking thing starts to run, and I'm looking. I'm like, all right, maybe it's my TV screen needs a little wiping down. But it turns out they were all little people. What it is the rich and rich and famous. It's like uh, little people housewives. I don't know what the fuck it is. It's some freak show. One looks like a fucking little person, Rosie O'Donnell. They got a little person, blonde, like a Russian, a little Russian dancer. A little slut married to African American guy. I mean, they got. It's like they have a wine tasting. First of all, they all are like little recovering people, recovering from alcoholism. It's a sickness to some and all, but I mean, bad enough. There's like six little people. They're all recovering from some kind of fucked up thing. I mean, I guess it's so easy to become a drunk if you're a little person because your stomach's so small it doesn't take as much booze. But I mean, the glasses should be smaller. I mean, it's baffling me. I mean, all over the TV. What the fuck? Last year it was fucking hillbillies. You had the guys growing weed. You had the guys making whiskey. You have the Duck Dynasty dudes. Now there's midgets or little people. Sorry. I mean, you got that. Oh, the cutest little couple that have to. They go to India and adopt little Indian little people and bring them back to the states. You got the fucking Roloff family. Their kids are growing up and going to school, so their show's almost over. So now they're splitting up, like it's gonna be a bachelor, bachelorette with little people or something next. You know what I mean? But I mean, it was like a fucking train wreck. I couldn't shut it off. They were like, they're snobs. There's like, you know, one they're better. Well, that they have wider feet. The acorn little people. Where it's like fucking they're ranking on themselves. It was fucking nuts. I can't even you gotta watch this fucking thing. Fucking little. I'm thinking of open. Look, here's an idea that it's popped into my head last night. I'm thinking there's like six different fucking shows with little people. You know what I mean? So they, they're fucking. They're filming like mental cases. They need a little vacation spot. They're in L.A. So I buy a little piece of property, open up a little person's dude ranch, get a couple of those little horses that they use in hospitals to, let old people pet dogs and the little service animals. You know what I mean? Make a mini dude ranch. You don't need as much property. You know what I mean? The building costs are cut in half because you don't have to go as tall because they're shorter. You know what I mean? It's like a win-win situation. I just need some investors. I'll be putting some shit out there. Anybody want to get on the ground floor of this investment thing? A mini dude ranch for all these little Hollywood little people. You know what I mean? I mean, face it, you got to hit where the iron's hot. I was talking to my friend today. I mean, all the old midgets are gone. All little people are all dead. The people from Wizard of Oz. I think there's one little person left. And it's not like what I mean. There's a big call. What do you work? St. Patrick's Day is. You're on a TV. Or, you're playing a little leprechaun. Or Christmas for like 2 weeks before Christmas, you're a fucking elf. Besides that, you know, besides these TV shows, there's not a lot of work in Hollywood. for these people, unless you want to be on Shorty's dog rescue. That's another fucking thing. I mean, a pit bull rescue run by little people. Fuck, I gotta get that thing down. But I mean, that's a, come on, let's face it. That's a fucking, not all pit bulls are bad, I'm not saying it. But I mean, you have a guy that's the size of a gigantic, he looks like an ad for a chicken nugget with a head. You know what I mean? Like a dancing chicken nugget. What the fuck, these pit bulls that have been just being rescued from being in a fighting ring, they're punch drunk, they don't know what the fuck's going on. Next thing you know, they see a little midget, and God forbid the guy was at like Carl's Jr. or something, and he had a little special sauce stuck on him. He's smelling like a cheeseburger walking by. I don't know what to do. But, this midget, you gotta watch it, little people think. You gotta watch it. Now, tomorrow I'm gonna do a Ching about my brother Chris that's been gone a year today. You know what I mean? He passed away. Great guy, writer, funny guy, been a friend for a long time. Will always be a friend. So that's it. Have a good night. Blah, 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 blah. If you can't do it to them, do it to yourself. You know what I mean?